Hello my dear friends, my name is Harold and welcome to the Sanctum. This particular video is in response to a question that one of you all emailed me, which is how do I protect myself at night when I'm asleep and ensure that my dreams could be as positive as possible. So first of all, it's important to understand that in a very esoteric perspective, when you go to sleep, you are shifting from a state of wakefulness into a state of sleep. So, in the shamanic tradition, they talk about you shifting from one body to another. So, in the shamanic tradition or in the Toltec tradition, they call your daytime body, meaning the body that you use and this perspective that you have when you are awake, they call it the tonal. And when you fall asleep, you access this kind of dream body that allows you to dream, which they call the nahwal. One is associated with the sun, your daytime body, the tonal. One is associated with the moon, your nighttime body, or the nahwal. So there's a shift between the tonal and the nahwal. One is associated with fire, the other one is associated with water. When you shift into the nahwal and you're dreaming, these dreams may occur, according to the Toltec tradition, in a subtler plane of reality. Now, this subtler plane of reality can be influenced by beings, thought forms, energies that may dwell in that vicinity. Okay? Or local spirits or energies that may be present in your environment where your tonal, your daytime body is asleep on the bed. So one thing that you want to do is, if you want to protect yourself, whether that's from a particular psychic attack or simply from the influence of external energies that might be there in your vicinity where your physical body is as you fall asleep, is one thing you do is, first of all, you just simply get a glass of water. And you take this glass of water and you just look at the glass of water for a second and you set the intention that whatever's directed towards me that is of a negative nature, that this water will first absorb it. And you keep the water somewhere on a table or something near your bed. Then what you want to do is you want to get onto your bed when you're about to close your eyes and fall asleep, is you take your hand and you create this little mudra right here, which is where you take your pinky and your ring finger, you curl it, and you allow your thumb to gently rest, so it forms sort of like a sword. This is called the sword mudra. You take this mudra and you point it at the edge of your bed and you essentially rotate, imagining that there's a beam of energy being projected from your two fingers, and you draw a circle around your bed, ensuring that the glass of water is outside of the circle. You draw this around your bed. You can imagine it in purple flame if you want. And by breathing in and breathing out, you take your hands up and you imagine that you're encasing your whole bed and yourself in a sphere of violet light. And you intend that this sphere is protecting you and your dreams and your nahwal, your dream body, as well as your tonal, from all negative influences of all kinds. And intend you in your mind that this energy stabilizes. So in that way, you create a force field of protection as you fall asleep. And if someone has a malicious intent and is trying to send something towards you, because you've charged the glass of water, water is receptive in nature, the element of water is receptive and has the ability to absorb energy. Hence why if you put sugar into water, the water absorbs it and becomes sugar water. If you put salt into water, it becomes salt water. So in the same way, if you put energy into water, if you put an intention into water, it absorbs it. This is what a lot of experiments that Masaru Emoto did with water, that shows that water can hold positive or negative energy or an intention. In the yogic tradition, they say that water has memory. So by keeping a glass of water and charging it with the intention that it will take on any negative energy that's sent towards you, because you're protected by a circle, the energy is going to, if somebody sends something towards you, it's going to reflect off the bubble that you've created and hit the water. And the water is going to contain that energy instead of you. But also, because you created a circle around you, a circle is one of those very powerful symbols that denotes a barrier or a boundary between one thing and another. So in that way, you created a separate plane symbolically that's protecting you from any external influences that may try to influence you while you sleep, thereby creating an element of protection. Now, it's important that that glass of water in the morning, that you don't drink it because it contains the energy, for example. So instead you take it and you throw it out. You could flush it down the toilet, or you could just throw it out. Right? You get rid of the water, preferably by flushing it or out of your property. But you can just flush it if that's the easiest thing to do. And then, of course, you would replenish the water every night. If for any reason you were to wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom or something, that's okay. Make sure you don't break the circle. Instead, imagine that there's a door and that you've opened the door to your sphere. You walked out, you've closed the door behind you, you go to the bathroom or whatever it is that you want to do, and you come back, you imagine opening the door and you step into your circle and close it, sealing it tight. So, I hope you found this interesting. I also talk about how you can make a personal shield when you're outdoors and walking about in life in a previous video, which you can find right over here if you haven't seen it already. So if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Peace.